Well, hello, what's happening, troops? Let's get outside. What is happening? So, today marks, well, not today, but last week marks 18 months in the business, and as of recent, a lot of people have been asking me to basically get back on the vlogs. Full transparency, try to do this at the start of the year and failed miserably, and the reason for it is because time and energy, because like if I even think about some of the OGs I watch on YouTube, they definitely didn't do it at the start. They really didn't, and there's a reason for it. It's just time and energy, and something has to give. So here we are, we're 18 months into the business, and I don't want to shoot myself in the foot, but there's a bit of smoothness and a bit of structure to actually what is going on right now. And you might be thinking that I'm going, shit, it's taken 18 months to do that. Excuse me, yeah, but it's been 18 months of trial and error, so not everything works, and not everything is right, not everything is wrong, but it's just constant trial and error, and we have more structure in play right now. We have, give you an update on business itself. So we have 3 new coaches in from last time I spoke, and we have Jake Baxter in. And Jake was one of 3 names that I wanted at the very start. And the reason for it is, 1, I've known him a long time. 2, we sing off the same hymn sheet with everything in regards to coaching and philosophy, methodology, everything. And also his experience is completely invaluable in terms of group coaching, and he has skin in the game, and he's a great name. A lot of people like him, and not that everybody has to like him, but it helps. So yeah, Jake's been an unbelievable addition, and his presence has been felt immediately. He's come in and he's hit the ground running, which is, from the business owner perspective, it is gold. It is just gold. Knowing I can go to bed at night and actually not have to worry about things is just unbelievable. And then we have Kirsty Ferguson, who comes in also with the same sort of tenure in Jake, from a different fitness background, but still within group coaching. Highly experienced, and again, someone who can come into the business, and it's like changing a gear in a car with her to ever in a class. It's everything she knows, and again, we're so lucky to have her. And the feedback from her and people being within her class, she offers a different dynamic and a different coaching style to what would be mine and Jake's sort of coaching style, and that is invaluable in itself, because people need to experience different coaches, people need to experience different personalities, and it's just when it's cohesive like that, it's just so good. And then we have Cara, who is our training coach, and Cara trained with me on a one-to-one basis for 3 to 4 years, and she is the epitome of how I want someone's body to move from a mechanical and from a functional standpoint. Before me, she had never even been in a gym before, and it's just, I'm moving because there's a fucking big ass walls above there, and I couldn't be honest, trying to fight for my life on the camera and make an absolute dick out of myself. So so Kai's come in, she's hit the ground running, and she's in a development process with myself, and she is eager to learn, which is the fucking key thing. I would rather have somebody who has spent a long time training on finessing their own training and come into coaching, rather than having someone who's never trained before and just on level 3, because the level 3 is dog shit. I'm not even looking for it anymore. If I'm bringing coaches in, they'll be brought in on a short-term temporary basis, and they have to basically prove and showcase their ability to coach. I'm not even looking at credentials. It's just bollocks. It really is. It's not even. It shouldn't even be a stepping stone. It's actually, it's insulting. Shit, the walls are back. Run into the fucking kitchen. Well, just got attacked there by fucking 3 wasps, so it's not the ideal start to the vlog, but here we are. Let me just tie this baby up. Oh, we're good. So, going back to the coaching side of things, so Kaz came in, and she's doing great. So with the 3 of those guys, it has been absolutely unbelievable, because we have a lot more cohesion, we have a lot more structure, and everybody's pulling their weight and everybody's working together, which is unbelievable. And then from the business itself, we are now looking at centralizing a lot of our systems and trying to incorporate a lot of the different systems that we use in isolation and making it one system, but also making it ours, for two reasons. One, the long-term reason is money back in the business, having our own systems that we don't have to basically pay for outside of the business will eventually bring money back into the business and reduces our outgoings, which again, long-term, it's amazing. But also user experience within the business, and we have a massive USP with, which for everybody who's not business inclined, stands for unique selling point, and that is that we merge our online packages with our classes. So basically, people who don't want to basically quote unquote be built in isolation and do everything just on a solo basis, if they want to have the option to have classes merge with their overall performance plan, then we can do that, because we know the prescription of the intensities and the volume within the actual coaching practice and the training programs within the gym, alongside what's happening online. So with that as well, we actually need a system that allows for us to do that in Central, because at the minute there's none. That doesn't exist. Probably doesn't exist because there's no gyms out there basically doing what we do in that sort of scale, and so we have to create it. We have to create to make things a wee bit easier for ourselves, but also from the end, the athlete or the client experience will be a lot better as well. So that's what's happening within the business. We have a few more things that we're working on at the minute, but we're going to keep it close to our chest for now. So we have been busy. And trying to look into the future and looking ahead and seeing what things are what happens. It's just been a patience game. You know, like sometimes it feels like you're taking 2 steps forward, 5 back, and I guess it's just our old cliche, just being persistent and being determined and just keeping moving forward in that sense. We have a videographer on board, which is fucking great, because even right now I'm standing here with a fucking phone sideways landscape, whatever way you want to call it. Is this the best way to do it? I don't know. Let me know, because it doesn't feel right, because I'm having it on a reverse camera. I feel like I'm looking in the center of the screen, but the camera's over there, so it feels weird. If there's a better way to do it, let me know. Then life. So Bags is back to work. Weeman has just started nursery, which for me is unbelievable, because I don't want to be a dick when I say that, but or feel like I'm wanting or I'm wasting time away or taking my time away, but with him. But the fact of the matter is, like, from we basically opened the gym until 4 weeks ago, I was basically doing everything on a 4-day week, because the Thursday was I just didn't have any availability to do anything on a Thursday, because I had the wee man, and that's just a sacrifice that needed to be made short term. But we have 8 hours back on a Thursday now, and I've only had it for 2 weeks, and it's been fucking unbelievable. Like the productivity level is insane. But things, yeah. So he's in nursery. Bax is back to work. He's great. We've some settling in issues with the wee man. Like, got this stage where we're putting into a car park and he's just bursting into tears, and then it's tears the whole way in. I'm literally throwing him to the girls in the nursery and running out the door, and she just doesn't have the emotional capacity to be able to deal with that. She wants to stop and make sure he's alright, but it's just that she'll be there all day. So then we'll pick him up, and there's a wee bit of tears, but it's all good. He's getting better. It's becoming less, and he's getting more familiar with his surroundings. But sink or swim, from my perspective. And yeah, so then Hyrox, we just come off the back of the World Championships. Lauren just doing what she does best and just showing up when the fucking time is right, and placing herself third in a race group behind Tanya Strozen-Snyder and Camille Massa. Unbelievable race, unbelievable experience. Adidas are on board with 2 of our athletes, and they just basically took us by the hand all weekend, and it was just like, you know, that's the standard, and that's the experience of elite athletes right now, and I'm so happy that they're eventually getting the opportunity to experience that as well, and let's see what we can do with that. So Off season's officially in play. Everyone is unbelievably excited. The motivation is really high. People are getting early wins, which is great in off season. Off season can be a wee bit mundane in the sense that it can be repetitive. It can be a lot of ticking boxes and not really being able to showcase progress. But from the psychology element to it, I always like to have little benchmarks or things like metrics or some methodologies within the programming that allows the guys to actually express their progress maybe every sort of 5 to 6 weeks, 7 weeks, and it just gives them a boost. And I'll always say to him, like, summer's an awesome chance to book as many events as possible and just go and enjoy fitness, especially the guys who are a wee bit more in it and have big performance goals where there's a lot more sacrifice involved. Get as much events in as you can and enjoy fitness. Enjoy fitness while also making progress is key, because another way for them is to express their progress, and it just keeps buy-in and motivation high. And then from that standpoint, I've got my own races booked, which is fucking great. Got one in last year and went exactly how I expected it to go with no training. So we have mixed doubles with one of our athletes, Alex, in Birmingham. The day after, we're with Nick Rock on the pro doubles. Then we have an open doubles with Jake, coach, and then a pro solo in Dublin. So really looking forward to it. Something to look forward to. I've been able to get more time back into my training and paying myself first, which is something that I always lead with. I always lead with pay yourself first, whether that's time, energy, or money. And then you're choosing happiness first and foremost to start your day. So that's how things have been moving recently for me. And as long as we can keep showing up, the guys are happy. And Rebecca, Miss soon to be Mrs. Jackson, we haven't got a date set, but she doesn't like not having a second name, so I think I need to start calling her Miss Jackson from now on. But every time I say it, I feel like I'm about to burst into a song. Wee man's good, family's good, just spent some days out at bank holiday weekend, so everything's good. And you're going to start to see now behind the scenes of the inner workings of the business, some training logging from myself and linking up with some of the other guys in different environments and that. One of our young dogs, or one of our young prodigies, he's training for an Ironman, so he's up next month. I've just went and booked a tri-sprint, seen it, it's like 20 tickets left, fuck it, do it, here we go type thing. Couple of races coming up with the guys individually as well, so we'll get all on board, and hopefully these personal handheld vlogs can be turned into something a wee bit more professional with the help of our videographer. So stay tuned, and anything you want us to cover, let me know.